G'day guys, how's it going? Alright, after that last video that I did about the boots, I thought what I'll do is explain in more details the difference between the MX boots and the adventure boots. I didn't go into detail on that particular video, so that's what we're doing in this one. Let's get into it. Rightio, as I said in that last one, the fundamental difference between these two is, as I said, protection, comfort. Now obviously they both provide protection and they have a certain amount of bloody comfort to them, but here is the number one difference between them. So this is the adventure boot, see that? You can't do that on that one. Boom. Very hard. Now these work a little bit better because they have this pivot section here that allows it, but it only allows it to go so far, and so back you can't. So that's a big thing for obviously protection of your ankle. The other thing is the sole on them. The adventure boots are normally more like a regular boot, whereas the MX ones are more of a smooth one. As time goes on, these types of boots are slowly, like 5 years ago, these things were very, very different. But I think it's just like motorbikes, you know, they're all getting the bloody, you know, it's all melding, and what's an adventure bike, what's a dual sport bike, blah, blah, blah. But if we do that, that's bloody hard to do on that one. This has a steel shank all the way through. This has a steel shank as well, but I'd say it must be thinner because it does state that they do have that in there. But this is a different sole. It's obviously a hard plastic or something like that in there. So, and another thing is, boom, you got that there on this one. Bloody hard. Obviously, you can see the difference there, like that protection compared to this protection. You've got protection there, but no way near the size of that one. On the back, you've got plastic protection here. You've got nothing on that one. Same as down there, big protection there, nothing on that one. Now, weight-wise, these are heavier than those, and if I get me scales, put them down, turn them on, zero them out, just over 1.7 kilograms, just over 1.2 kilograms. So that's easy for me to work that out. That is 500, I thought it was going to be easy, and then it wasn't. 500 kilograms, 500 grams per boot. So that's 1 kilogram heavier that you've got to lug around over these ones. Right, so these actually, if you were to go onto mxstore.com.au, I looked on the Essendon one, the one that has the cheaper for these, they don't actually stock these particular boots. So I found MX Store, and these are exactly the same, $379 each. Why? Why are they the same bloody price? I mean, you're getting so much more with this boot as opposed to this boot. But you're getting more comfort, more protection. The reason for it is this is all leather. Lovely leather, full grain, oiled, blah, blah, blah. Whereas this boot is made up of plastic. There is a certain X amount of leather in there, but the majority of this is all plastic. And that's where the weight, the protection is coming into it. In my head, when I hear that, I go, but isn't plastic bloody, you know, lighter than leather? Well, apparently it must be. There's just so much of it, and it's so thick that it just makes these boots so much heavier. So that's really basically the difference between the two. So it's the same price for them. So why do you go those and not those? That just boils down to a personal preference. Everybody has their opinions. And I tell you what, thanks to the Bike a Bits bloody community, you guys out there dropping those comments in there, sharing your experiences with all the different brands. I just loved everybody's comments. It was just great to see that. And for the new guys, they go down in the comments and they can read through that and, you know, get a bit of an idea. You know, just because I wear Former, you know, Former's not for everybody. That's one thing I noted that a lot of people saying. So some people, if you've got big thighs, sometimes you can't wear, you know, this particular brand doesn't support people with big thighs or people that have broad feet. They have to go up in sizes. Same with helmets. You know, some helmets are good for people with round heads, and other helmets are better for people with, I don't know, cone heads, or if it's not round, it's, I don't know, call them square heads. Yeah, so you really have to go into a store and try the bloody things on to really know what's going to work for you. Once you've done that, see, I knew, because I've had these before, that I could just buy them online because I knew the size that I got in these. I knew that these were going to be pretty much the same, and hey presto, it worked out for me. But I think the first time you really need to, or if you try on mates and you happen to have the same, his boot bloody works for you, you'll know that you could buy them online. But short of that, jump in there. I'm going to put these boots on, just give you a bit of a look-see. Let's go. Rightio guys, I'm being weird. I've got an MX boot on and an adventure boot. Righto, the first thing is that way more comfortable than those, although these are, for me, because they're so old, they are comfortable. But you can tell the difference, obviously. When you buy these brand new, these, no, you don't need any time for them to be comfortable. They're just comfortable straight up. These, there's a certain amount of time before they do become comfortable. The next thing is the squeak. Oh, no squeak. You can fix that squeak, but it's a thing that you got to constantly do. I think a few of the guys in the, hang on, bloody raise you up there. I used to put, what do you call it, silicone spray on there, and that would fix it. But eventually it comes back, you've got to keep redoing it. Other people have said using oil. Someone else made a mention that I wonder whether wax, and I was thinking chain wax, like the Maxima chain wax. I should actually give that a shot as a test. I might do that and do it on a Man Cave Tuesday video. Right, so what else can I tell you? So, it's very hard to, whereas on this, like, no worries at all. I don't think I can simulate the going over. It's too hard. But there you go. Actually, guys, I should do the walk, if I can bloody do this in frame. So walking, yeah. So what you straight up feel, this, you walk in these, it's just like walking in any other shoe. It's just normal. These, you get, it's that heel, boom, heel, boom. So it's just awkward. If you've ever done skiing, like it's the ski boots, and you walk, I mean, they're worse than these. Obviously these are better because they have that that bloody, you know, pivot action. If you have the MX boots that don't have that, well then that heel boom is even more emphasized. But you know, I can walk in these, no worries. It's just, you know, you've got an MX boot on, whereas when you're walking in those, you're just like you're walking around in normal boots. Rightio, there you go, guys. Hopefully that has demystified it, the differences between the MX boot and the adventure boot for those guys that didn't know that. You know, as I've gotten through the years, you know, learn all that, I forget And then I start to remember back when I first started getting back into motorbikes, and I had no bloody idea. So, you know, trying to give back to the new up and coming bloody riders, yeah, trying to demystify bullshit for you. It's your personal choice which way you go. I love these boots. I'm now a more confident rider. I know my bike's capabilities, my capabilities. I try and keep within those capabilities. So I'm happy to have the extra comfort, knowing that I'm normally keeping in within my things. Now, if I was to go and, let's say I wanted to go up to the high country and give, I don't know, Blue Rag a run or something like that, I'll chuck these on, because I'm going to be taking myself out of my comfort level, teetering on the edge of my skill level. So I would make the smart decision and go, I'm going to take these because, you know, I might get myself into shit. They're going to give me way more protection, and I'm not going to be doing much bloody hiking around there or whatever. I'm going to take these. But for my general stuff, these are the ones I use because I love the comfortability on them, and they do give me protection, just not as much as those. I go on a little bit because sometimes, oh yeah, you hear, look, if I'd broken my ankle, I'd come off the bike and had twisted my ankle, done ligaments or broken my ankle, I'd be most probably in the mindset of going, don't get these, make sure you get these. That's the way. So when people have that happen, that's what they will do. I would do exactly the same thing. So anyway, there you go. Blah, blah, blah. Rambling like bloody usual. Righto, guys. Hopefully that was educational. And remember, guys, bloody get down in those comments. Share the love. Righto, guys. Remember, keep on riding. And if you ain't riding, keep on keeping on.